What if I told you that understanding your digestion could change your life? Imagine this. Your body is like a car and your digestive system is the engine. Now, what happens if you ignore the warning signs like strange noises or unusual exhaust fumes? Eventually, that car's going to break down. The same goes for your body. And there is a thing for millions and billions of people with GI issues, that breakdown is already happening slowly and silently and often ignored. But what if I told you there is a way to prevent it, a way to optimize your engine so that you can feel better, live healthier, and take back control of your health? I am Bimal Murugan, founder of Guts Fair, and I have spent years navigating my own journey with gastrointestinal issues. For a long time, I felt frustrated and powerless, trying different diets, seeing doctors, and still struggling to find answers. It wasn't until I began paying close attention to my body's signals, starting with my digestion, that things finally began to change. That's why I'm here today to share what I have learned, not just from personal experience, but through extensive research and collaboration with GI experts. My mission with this masterclass is to empower you to take control of your gut health, starting with the most overlooked yet powerful tool, your digestion. In today's episode, we are taking a guided tour through your digestive system, step by step, so you can truly understand how it works, what can go wrong, and how you can keep it running smoothly.
Disclaimer. This information is for educational purposes only and is not a substitute for professional medical advice. Always consult with your healthcare provider before making changes to your diet, lifestyle, or treatment plan.
Let's start at the beginning. Your digestive system is a 30-foot long highway that transforms what you eat into energy, nutrients, and waste. But how does it all work? Let's take a pit stop at each step of this fascinating journey. It all begins where you might expect, your mouth. But don't underestimate its importance in this journey. Digestion starts the moment food enters your mouth. Your teeth break it down, and enzymes in your saliva get to work on carbs. Think of this as the pre-game warm-up. It sets the tone for everything that follows. Once your food is prepped and ready, it heads to the next stop, the esophagus. This muscular tube acts like a conveyor belt, moving food from your mouth to your stomach using rhythmic contractions called peristalsis. It's all about efficiency, no shortcuts here. Now things really heat up, literally, as your food reaches stomach. The stomach, the blender, there is where the magic or chaos happens. Your stomach churns your food with acid and enzymes, breaking it down into a liquid called chyme. Think of it as a high-powered blender prepping ingredients for nutrient extraction. But the real MVP of digestion, that's the small intestine. Let's see why. This is where 90% of nutrient absorption happens, thanks to digestive enzymes and bacteria. It's like a sophisticated fuel pump delivering energy to your cells. Once the nutrients are absorbed, the rest heads to the large intestine for the final leg of the journey. The large intestine, the recycler. The large intestine absorbs water, compacts waste, and hosts trillions of gut bacteria. These bacteria aren't just bystanders. They are like mechanics fine-tuning your system, boosting immunity, and even affecting your mood. It's a beautifully orchestrated process happening seamlessly every day. So why should you care about this journey? Because when it's running smoothly, you feel energized, clear-headed, and strong. But when it's not, well, you will know whether it's bloating, fatigue, or worse, chronic issues like IBS, constipation, diarrhea, or GERD. Let me break it down for you with a few examples. If your stomach isn't breaking down food properly, you are missing out on critical nutrients, like trying to run a car on low quality fuel. If your gut bacteria are out of balance, it can lead to inflammation, showing up as joint pains, skin issues, or low energy. This isn't just about digestion, it's about how your body creates energy, builds resilience, and stays healthy. Now that we know how the digestive system is supposed to work, let's talk about what happens when things don't go as planned. Just like a car, each part of the digestive system has its own role. And when even one part breaks down, it affects the whole system. Let's take it step by step. Number one, mouth. The starting line. The digestion starts in the mouth, but did you know that issues here can throw off the whole process? If you are not chewing food properly, large chunk reach the stomach, making it harder to break down. Saliva also contains enzymes that kickstart digestion. So if you are eating too fast or dealing with dry mouth, you are missing this critical step. Take acid reflux. If food isn't chewed well, it can sit longer in the stomach, increasing the chance of acid backing up into the esophagus. And if you are someone who rushes meals, sound familiar? This could be where your issues begin. Number two, esophagus, the conveyor belt. Normally, it uses smooth, rhythmic contractions to move food to your stomach. But conditions like GERD, gastroesophageal reflux disease, can cause stomach acid to flow back up, irritating the esophagus lining. Over time, untreated GERD can lead to esophageal change or strictures, narrowing of the esophagus, which makes swallowing more difficult. It's like a clogged fuel line in your car, stopping everything in its way, everything in its tracks. 3. Stomach, the blender. The stomach is where the real breakdown happens, literally. But if your stomach isn't producing enough acid, it can't fully break down proteins, fats, and other nutrients. This is called hypochlorhydria, or the low stomach acid. Low stomach acid can lead to food sitting too long, fermenting, and causing bloating, belching, or even bacterial overgrowth in the small intestine. It's like having a blender with dull blades. It just doesn't get the job done. Number 4, small intestine. The nutrient superhighway. This is where the magic happens, where nutrients get absorbed. But what if the small intestine isn't doing its job? Let's take small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, or SIBO, as an example. This condition occurs when bacteria that usually belong in the large intestine migrate to the small intestine. Here, they start to ferment undigested food, creating gases like hydrogen and methane. This fermentation causes bloating, discomfort, and even nutrient malabsorption because the bacteria are competing with your body for those nutrients. Think of SIBO as a traffic jam on your nutrient superhighway. Instead of a smooth flow of nutrients being absorbed, you have got congestion, roadblocks, and even unauthorized fecals, the bacteria disturbing the process. The result? Symptoms like bloating, cramping, and fatigue. And in severe cases, deficiencies in essential vitamins like B12. 5. Large intestine, the recycler. The large intestine is all about water absorption and waste compaction. But what if it's not doing its job? Constipation, diarrhea, or irregular stools are often signs that something off here. Dehydration is a big culprit. Without enough water, stool becomes hard and difficult to pass. On the flip side, if your gut is irritated by stress, infection, or even certain medications, you might experience diarrhea, where water is lost too quickly. One common issue is gut dysbiosis, an imbalance in your gut bacteria. This can lead to inflammation, nutrient deficiencies, and even leaky gut syndrome, where particles pass through the intestinal lining into your bloodstream, triggering immune reactions. And number 6, liver, gallbladder, and pancreas, the unsung heroes. We can't forget about supporting players. These organs produce bile and enzymes essential for breaking down fats, carbs, and proteins. If your gallbladder isn't producing enough bile, fats don't get absorbed properly, leading to greasy stools and vitamin deficiencies. And if your pancreas isn't producing enough enzymes, you might experience symptoms like gas, bloating, or undigested food in your stool. Here's the good news. Most of these problems are preventable or manageable with right habits. Whether it's eating more mindfully, staying hydrated, or supporting your gut bacteria, you have more control than you think. Your digestion is influenced by 4 key factors, and by focusing on them, you can make a real difference. Number 1, diet, the foundation of digestive health. Fiber is your best friend. It keeps moving and feeds your gut bacteria. Think whole grains, fruits, and vegetables. But processed foods, they are like roadblocks in your digestive journey. They slow down things and leave you feeling sluggish. Number 2, hydration. Obviously, the unsung hero. Water is essential for digestion. Without it, your system struggles to move efficiently, leading to constipation and discomfort. If you are eating more fiber, make sure you are drinking enough water. It's a team effort. Number 3, stress, the silent disruptor. Stress isn't just mental, it affects your gut too. Chronic stress can disrupt your gut-brain connection, leading to slower digestion and an imbalance in your gut bacteria. So managing stress isn't just good for your mind, it's vital for your digestion. Number 4, movement, the gut's best friend. Physical activity isn't just for your muscles, it's for your gut too. Regular movement helps food pass to your system efficiently, reducing the risk of constipation. Even a short walk after meals can make a big difference. Your digestive system works hard for you every single day. So understanding it isn't just about knowledge, it's about empowerment. When you know how it works, you can make better choices, feel better, and live healthier. In our next episode, we will decode what your bowel movements are telling you, because they are the ultimate reflection of how well your digestive system is running. If you are ready to take control of your gut health, join the waitlist for GutSphere GI Hair Copilot. Be part of the first wave of users to access this powerful tool designed to make tracking your digestion easy and actionable. Sign up today at www.gutsphere.com. Your gut health starts here.